Yeah, some NBA here. Get my fix. Got a little bit of a binge or whatever. Play some classic games. Classics. Stuff like that. Well, we played the classic games already, so I can play like new games. I didn't do that too much. So I have like the Clippers. Some teams play them. I tried to play them
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they've talked about the importance of starting fast, playing with energy right off the tip. Let's face it, no team likes to play catch-up if they can avoid it. We'll see how it works for them tonight. Great center matchup tonight. Shaq, I know you've been waiting all day to watch this one. One of the best low-post players of all time in yourself. Give us your thoughts on why the stretch five has become so popular.
Well, in a lot of offenses these days, floor spacing is king. And what you see now, you see a lot of bigs are practicing shooting the three more than ever.
Yeah, even the younger centers, you think of Towns and Cousins and Embiid, as powerful as they are, they love to stay on that perimeter and shoot that three ball. So it's hard to stay on the floor right now if you can't shoot it.
Yes, you came into the league at the right time.
Oh, I would have made them revert back to
So
it.
you'd have a hard time getting off the bench these days, Shaq, because you didn't shoot the three ball.
Shaq on the bench, don't even sound right together. That's like peanut butter and tar.
That can be pretty tasty.
No, that doesn't sound right together.
No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding, big fella. Wasn't it funny? Did you find that amusing?
You hurt my feelings, Ernie.
Did you hurt? Come on.
Don't talk
Give
to
me a
for
big
2 seconds. La 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 la.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan and our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Brad Stevens is one of the youngest coaches in the league. At the same time, he's one of the longest tenured coaches in Celtics history. Kyrie Irving said he brings the ultimate unwavering confidence, chilled but assertive. He demands excellence out of you. You want to play for him. Kevin?
All right, David. Oh, this one tonight, Smitty. Everyone has had this circled on their calendars. Two great teams and a bunch of star power on the floor.
Well, this is what the NBA is all about. There's always, Kevin, we love the game, but there's certain teams and certain matchups that you look in the calendar to see when they're playing. That's when you get your popcorn and you get ready. And those guys, they live for big games. Don't let them fool you. They all say each game is the same, but they're not.
Good insight. So Golden State will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors. And it's all five All-Stars out there for the Warriors. Curry, Clay, Durant, Green, and Cousins. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Let's inside. Irving puts it up from 12, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
The quick first step of Kyrie gave him an edge, and all they could do was foul.
And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Now, here is Irving. And it's Curry with the rebound. Green in the post, guarded by Tatum. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Draymond Green credits his upbringing in Saginaw, Michigan for his toughness, Steve.
He comes from a long line of people who love to talk. On the playgrounds in Michigan, you have to back it up. So he was always determined to earn respect by winning, no matter what.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Man, Tatum gets up, punch these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hats.
The backcourt today as good as it gets, and they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
To the middle, here's Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Cousins, the pass to Durant. That one drops for him. Durant's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Yeah, give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of business.
Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this is the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
Hits the 3-point bomb. 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Morris comes in for Tatum, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Different look here for the Warriors. Bell is checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. McCaw, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Bell passes to McCaw. Over Smart. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got his first points of the night. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Irving surveying the floor. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Bell kicks to Livingston. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. And another basket for Golden State. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. From deep 3-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Kevin Durant provided insight into the chemistry of a team chock full of competitors.
There's times where we argue and times where guys want to, throw blows, but that's a part of just being around guys for so long. And, but it's fun. It's fun learning more about yourself as a leader, as a player, and I think that's my next evolution.
And the mix of personalities for this Warriors team, part of what makes them tick.
Different leadership voices, all committed to winning. And I think within that mix, Durant is able to find his place and his voice.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
So many of their points coming in the paint. They're running the offense all the way through.
And their coach likes it. Working for high percentage looks and converting them.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Bell, and there's Livingston, and there's Iguodala, and it's McCaw in at the 2 spot. Celtics trail by 4. Down low. Nice shot by Smart. Steve, talk about leadership. Some guys are extremely vocal. Name some guys that prefer to lead by example. They aren't all talk, but watch what I do.
Yeah, I think it comes out, I would say the first in mind because he's never vocal is Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, his play, he leads by example. I think Anthony Davis is another guy that stands out for me. I even look at Kevin Durant. I don't see him as a vocal leader, but I think his game and the way he leads his teams by example is one of those guys that can be leaders, but they can be leaders without being extremely vocal.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. If you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. Factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency. He does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 16 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing, just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brownie's checked in for the Celtics. Kevin Durant's checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Patrick McCaw. Ball movement by Boston.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. No good off the back of the rim. Celtics trail by 5. Down low, as Rozier uses the glass to finish the layup. Rozier's got his first basket of the night.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power, hammering down the two-hand slam. The Celtics have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Rozier the pass to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Tatum kicks to Brown. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Put that bucket in no time at all. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
And of all the things Thompson provides, this is still his specialty. Over 42% for his career from 3.
Brown, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Thompson with the bucket.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. And you think about how the Warriors attracted Kevin Durant to the team and all these all-stars coexisting. It doesn't always work like that, does it?
No, and I give a lot of credit to Steph Curry, a two-time league MVP, but he never lets his ego get the best of him. His good-natured, calm, and sense of serenity kind of set the tone and maybe balance a bit of what Draymond brings to the locker room.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines, and Irving subbed in for Rozier. And the Warriors also making a change. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock, pushing their lead to double digits. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Stop the run. You can't get that one.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch. Well, once they got going, the comeback was on. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defensive intensity as they did their jobs with precision, now sitting on a comfortable 12-point lead at the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie, they were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots, did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boys. Woo-wee.
Kenny, how'd you think the Celtics were playing?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by.
Welcome back, everyone. There's State Station. That's where you get off the tee if you're going to go visit the old State House here in Boston. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop. But I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
Celtics trail by 12. Irving and Boy with Brown to his side. There's the backcourt. Horford is out there with Tatum. And it's Hayward in at the small forward. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Steve, you think about Coach Steve as a player, the 50th pick in 1988, and for his career, the best three-point percentage in NBA history.
I played with him, and I played against him. Always had to know where he was on the floor. The perfect coach for this sharpshooting team.
And here is Horford after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. They get a hand on it. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. So it's the Celtics now, down by 12. 5 on the clock. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Kept alive by Boston. To the paint, and another shot. And Horford with the lay-in. Horford's got 5 points now this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Well, as good as Durant is on the perimeter, this is where he hits for an absolutely insane percentage.
Back to Irving. The Celtics working the ball around now. Hayward from outside. It's good from long range. Hayward's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Boston. Outside Durant. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Durant's got 8 points. Smitty, walk us through what a typical NBA practice should look like and does look like.
Well, I think you come out, Kevin, first of all, they spend a lot of time on making sure your body is ready to go into practice. And a lot of coaches love to start with offense first so you can end with defense. And so that's when the intensity starts to pick up. And then last, you usually ends with some kind of shooting. So I think that obviously a lot of teams have different ways, but that's usually particular. You start with offense, you end with defense, and then you go into some individual work, and that's probably shooting.
And if that doesn't get you fired up, guys, nothing will.
Right, just with the top to order, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help him cut into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
And some changes here for the Celtics. March checked in for Brown, and Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Different look here for the Warriors. Bell is checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now, here's Rozier. He has 5.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
No good from Bell. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 11-point game. Smart deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Cousins. Here's McCaw. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Tatum. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Livingston. Drops in the tray. Livingston's got 6.
Sean Livingston doesn't take a lot of threes, but he takes those smart ones, and he knocks it down.
Knocked away. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. That one goes in. Livingston's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
And the basket by Rozier.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Livingston, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Horford in the post. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Bell is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Curry in at the 1. Now here's Iguodala, and it's Golden State with another. Rozier with the ball. Curry brings the double. Inside. And the rejection by Cousins.
All over that one. DeMarcus gets himself in position, times the block beautifully.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Rozier against Curry. The 9-foot shot. Baines passes it to Rozier. He was all alone on that one.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
Some nice passing by Golden State. And Cousins kicks to Curry. Over Rozier. Again, Golden State.
Defensively, you think you've closed the airspace, but Steph is very resourceful.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You always hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. Talk a little bit about the unique bond that you NBA players, Steve, share.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that brotherhood is something special, Kevin, because there are guys that's going through some of the same situations you've been through, especially when you get a chance to talk to some of the veterans. And then the younger guys, when you become a vet, you share all that knowledge. And then what I love about it, that brotherhood, even when you retire, you get a chance to still keep in touch, and you see the evolutions of a lot of those players' families. You see their kids grow, and you love to still be a part of that unique situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Tatum, he's subbed in for Aaron Baines. Brown comes in for Smart, and Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier.
And Curry making his presence felt on D with the steal leading to the break. He finds ways to impact games with far more than just the shooting.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Golden State. On kicks to Tatum. Pocket 6. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Shot from the top of the key. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Durant. And the Warriors lead by 21. And it's Irving with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Brown outside. Back to Irving. Takes a 3. Boston. No good that time either.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from 3, and he didn't make it.
Here's Curry. Makes it off the glass. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
We know Steph's skills on the perimeter, but he can work inside with the big guys, too.
Curry against Irving. To halt the run. Second chance shot, and Horford finishes inside.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Steph Curry.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way.
It's good.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Here's Irving. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
Cousins finds Curry. From the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, They found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Brown wide open. He fired. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
This is the patience we talk about. Hayward waiting that extra half second, finds the open man.
Here's Thompson. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you played tonight?
You know, I'm just used to pace the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.